So, Jamie, as we've heard, not all Republicans on board with the White House plan this morning. So the president plans to get into that new fancy car, drive up to Capitol Hill this week, and pitch the $825 billion package face-to-face by sitting down with GOP leaders. But what will it take to get more Republicans to sign off on this? Republican Congressman Marsha Blackburn joins us. She is from Tennessee. Congressman Blackburn, look, it looks like they can pass it without widespread Republican support.
Well, they think that they can, but I think President Obama is wanting to have some bipartisan support. And look, what we have is a plan. It is bigger. It's not any better. This is the same Pelosi-Reid plan that they brought out last year, but they've put it on steroids, and Republicans are not going to stand by and see the American taxpayer put on the hook for more of this stimulus and bailout money.
Yeah, but what if we need the steroids? I mean, they're talking about upwards, maybe, potentially of $1 trillion. What if that is what is needed to get the economy back on track?
You know, and what we have to look at is the 2008 spending, Plan A, was over $1 trillion. The Fed is into this for over $2 trillion. Then you have President Obama's plan, which is Pelosi and Reid, and that is nearly another $1 trillion. What we see happening with this Plan B is that it is so big that you are limiting the options. You are pushing the debt limit so high that if we need a Plan C, what they've done is to max out the federal credit card, and you're not going to have the opportunity. You're limiting those options. What we need to do is be asking the question. Democrats need to come back and do what they said they were going to do in the campaign, which is cut taxes, and then we need to say, does this create jobs? Because we all know the best economic stimulus is a job.
We just hit it on the head. Republicans at the meeting. We're seeing the meeting right now in the White House Cabinet Room. Boehner talked about more tax cuts.
Yes, indeed, because we know that tax cuts work. And when you look at the CBO scoring on what Pelosi and Reid have presented, you know the money is not going to get out there for a couple of years. And you know that this is not going to give the spending, the stimulus that is needed. It's too much spending. Even the Washington Post in today's editorial says that it is too much spending. And I will tell you, the American people know you cannot spend your way to economic recovery. You're going to have some incentives, some abatements. You're going to have to leave that money with the American taxpayer. And that is what we're doing, because when you look at the tired policies that Pelosi is bringing out, this is a bridge to bankruptcy.
You know, it's interesting
that they are building, and it's on their Speaker Pelosi's tired policies and on Harry Reid's old ideas.
You know, I think you've mentioned Pelosi and Reid so much in this interview, I feel like we're back in the election. I mean, is this what we've got to get the bipartisanship here? Isn't this what Obama? I mean, Obama, the president, calls up Tom Coburn, one of the most conservative Republican senators from Oklahoma, calls him on his cell phone. Isn't that what we need, more of that spirit instead of attacking, or is that what's not going to happen?
Well, we would hope that the president is going to come and meet with us, and he will listen to our ideas, and some of those ideas will be taken for tax reductions, for putting people to work, for jobs growth, looking for ways to incentivize, looking for ways to grow those jobs. But when you look at what Speaker Pelosi and Leader Reid are bringing forth, they are failed policies and they are old ideas. They're the same things they brought forward last year. We know they're not going to work.
Well,
As I said last year, $1 trillion worth of spending, and now they want another $1 trillion. Our national debt is now at $10.7 trillion. Eric?
Yeah, but we need, you know,
we know it needs to be done differently.
Speaking of amounts, we're out of time, but American people want something to work, and we hope when he sits down up there in Capitol Hill with both sides that something gets done so we can get our way out of this mess.
Absolutely.
Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee. Always a joy to see you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good to